video is about Coachella. Oh my god. I went to Coachella. I went to Coachella, you guys. I went to Coachella. It was awesome. But I wanted to make a video just kind of talking about Coachella and my experience and maybe some advice I'd give to people that go or that would like to go or are wary about going and spending all that money to come out. And it's an experience. It is an experience. I have notes, you guys. I came prepared. First off, I want to say I have not been to Coachella in 2 years, and I have been wanting to go every year it comes about, and I get FOMO because I'm not there. And guess what? I live in the Coachella Valley. Please don't stalk me. As someone who lives in the valley, the FOMO is so much stronger when it's right there. So this year especially, I really liked the lineup and I just had to be there. However, I did not have a ticket until literally the day of. I think the day before I purchased the ticket. Also, I want to clarify, my dad got me my ticket, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to my dad. I knew I would be there. I didn't know how, but I knew I would be there. And literally my friends were just like they would ask me, they kept on asking me, like, did you get your ticket yet? And I was like, no, I didn't. But I'll be there. I kept saying that, and guess what? I was there. My friend, so who I was gonna go with was my friend, really good friend, best friend, Lauren. She was coming into town, and it was gonna be her first festival, first Coachella ever.
Well, I said I look like a fairy goddess.
You do look like a fairy goddess.
Who has greasy wet.
You look like you bear gifts. It was like 100 degrees that Friday, which I am used to as a local, but other people clearly, and it's like they're not used to that, and you shouldn't be used to 100-degree weather because that's climate change. So I had been tanning the week prior, and so I was getting very much acclimated to the sunshine and the UV and just that heat. So my body was like, I was ready for it. I was tan, I was hydrated, I got my electrolytes in, I drank coconut water that morning. I keep having like ginger, turmeric, green tea with oregano oil, which literally just like helped my immunity so much. Now I am very wary of large crowds, and for like multiple reasons, but also because I feel like I get sick easily. My body was prepped and ready, you guys. Like, I felt strong, I felt protected. Meow. We look like we're on an airplane. We're on our way.
Slowly but surely.
So here's what I wanted to talk about. On Friday, what was kind of like, not even a shock, but yeah, it was a shock. I had not been there in 2 years, and I think the map changed a little bit, the layout of it all. And I just seem to have forgotten how big the festival is and how many people come into that. And it's just, for anyone, I feel like it is a bit of a shock to be surrounded by so many people, so many strangers who are bustling around. And it was a bit of a shock, and it was overwhelming at first. Honestly, it was. And at the same time, when I was there, like the first few hours for sure, I was looking around and people just looked confused. People looked exhausted already. People looked stressed out. People looked like they lost their friends already. When you're in that crowd and you're already feeling a bit overwhelmed, and then you look over and you just see like one person after another who also are looking overwhelmed, it's not the best feeling. I was trying my best to have a good time, and then it's just, should I be having a good time? Like, are you guys okay? My camera overheated earlier, so it stopped recording, and now it's a few hours later. I took my dog to the vet. She's fine, she's great. She's a little bit overweight. She's fine. Anyway, Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear the birds chirping? I'm sweating a little bit. Oh my god. I think this is the spot. If you see me sweating, you don't. Notebook. I feel like I sound very tranquil right now. Shall we continue? Be surrounded by people that help make your experience better. I know me as a person, part of my affirmations is that I try to be a positive force in society and I try to make people's lives better, definitely not worse. And that is definitely what I felt going into this experience because, this particular day, I was very much aware of just the energies and feelings and anxieties of the people around me. And it wasn't, I got to a point where I was more at peace with it and not necessarily overwhelmed. But if anything, I was just like, I was just like trying to, like in my heart, I was just like trying to be that person for people to like have fun and to show people that like we can have fun, we are having a good time, like let's do this, let's make the most of it. And I will say my friend Lauren, Friday was a bit difficult for her and she was feeling overwhelmed and I was there for her and it was just like I was trying to help her, like she was even considering going home. Totally fine. That's the other thing. It's like when you're there, you have to remember that you have free will. If you don't like the artists you're seeing, if you don't like the people you're with, if whatever, it's like at the end of the day, you have free will. You can choose how you act. You can choose how you feel. You can choose your surroundings. If you really aren't feeling Coachella, like you really can. There are people right outside that are literally asking if you're selling your wristband. So if you're not feeling it, you don't have to be there. You don't. Oh yeah, the other thing, so the crowds, right? The crowds, crazy. Yeah, the most people I've ever been around, and it's a lot at first. Something I suggest, and it's like everyone should have this, is an established meeting spot early on when you get there, once you recognize and understand the layout of the map, which is a bit confusing at first, but it's good to have a meeting spot because phone service is not guaranteed there and you never know when you may lose a friend in the crowd. Personally speaking, I have had social anxiety for a long time, you guys. And when you're around that many people, and it's like I've gotten over it in many ways, but sometimes when you're around this many strangers, it is hard to not be like self-conscious or just like very closed off or feel like people are judging you. When you're around that many people, one, you're very likely to never see them again, and then two, it's no one really gives that much of a fuck about, like, do what you're gonna do. Hello. Try not to care what other people think, especially in this event where you're there for your reasons, for the music, to enjoy your favorite artists or whatever. Just don't care, or try not to, or just remind yourself that it doesn't really matter what people think. It just matters how you feel and how you hold your values to yourself. Does that make sense? We're gonna say it does. I was just reminding myself to be present, to listen to the music, to dance, to let myself just move freely and smile at strangers and just, because it makes it all the more fun to take breaks and breathe, because even though you may not feel anxious, then you're like, when was the last time I took a deep breath? And then you can't. Maybe that just happens to me, but we laid down on the grass in like towards the back of the main stage, and I remember looking up at the sky and Benson Boone was playing. My camera's broken. And it was a moment for sure. I was looking at the sky and everything, and it was clear, and there's just like strips of clouds, and it was very beautiful. It was a very beautiful moment, and that definitely calmed me down, grounded me. Oh my god, another event I wanted to talk about that was probably like one of my highlights of the weekend. Let me set the scene. So I'm saying like don't lose your friends. I lost my friends. We were like at Do Lab, and there's this huge rush of people. This is where it really felt like I was surrounded by people, and I was trying to like hold my own and just to see if people coming from different angles in all directions. And I had my friend's phone with me, and we were walking, and then all of a sudden she was gone, and just to see if people, and I stayed calm, and I just continued walking to the lemonade stand. I turned around, I looked up. Also, yeah, there's other people that looked like they had lost their friends too, like right next to me. So it was very like, like what are we doing? And I remember looking down at the map too, and I still had not fully like remembered where everything was. And I remember just looking at the map and being like, this isn't helping me, this is confusing me even more. So I just looked up, I breathed, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to my intuition. Like, I'm gonna find her, I'm gonna find my friend and her parents. And I just walked in a straight line through the sea of people, and maybe like a minute later it just like opened up, and there she was right there, and I found her. So, yeah, I had her phone, and I could have easily like lost her for the rest of the night, but I didn't. I found her. So yeah, just stay positive and stay calm. But around like a little after that time, again, we're going by people who they just, I don't know how to, like, I keep on feeling like I'm being like a downer, but I trust me, like, it gets better. Like, Friday was just a day where I feel like they didn't know where to go, how to act, or it was just like overwhelming, and I could see it on everyone's faces. But on the side of it, we both caught it, me and my friend. It was this TikToker by the name of Starboy. I'm pretty sure his name is Starboy, and then his real name is Zachary Wilmore. We saw him, and it was like the first like social media TikToker person I recognized there, because they're all around in this crowd of people. He was like the only one who just like looked like, I don't know, just like confident, having fun, and like sure of themselves. And he was taking like a selfie or something, and like, I'm not kidding, he'd jump in the air while he was taking the selfie, and we both saw it, and we were just like, oh my god, that was amazing. It grounded us. We're here to have fun. He's having fun, we can have fun. So that was beautiful. We're all there, we're all here, and I see people complain about it online, or that they don't have a good time, or that it's just for influencers now, and at the end of the day, the bottom line is that your experience is what you make it. And this, I feel about this with everyday life. I literally ask myself, if I'm not having fun, I'm like, why am I not having fun? How can I have fun? Because literally most of the time you can be having fun with anything. Why aren't you having fun? And especially at a music festival where it's all of these beautiful experiences wrapped up into one weekend. Why aren't you making the most of it? Why aren't you having fun? If you're not having fun at this set, go to this set instead. Or maybe just go lay down in the grass. Get a churro. Get a $9 churro. You make up your own reality, your thoughts, your feelings. You have the power to create your own happiness. So, and if you bring yourself, some people fly in, some people drive all the way, some people sneak in, some people, you know, it's like, make your experience your own and make the most of it. Because I certainly did. And I'm so grateful for that. Oh, here's another thing. Why are people dancing? Why are we not dancing? I feel like it's inherent in us. Maybe not all people. Okay, I shouldn't make that generalization. But I feel like majority of time, everyone has their own way of like vibing to music. I was dancing. I had a great time. There were times when I trailed off on my own, willingly, and I had a great time just dancing alone and wearing my sunglasses and just like, and it was so much fun. By Saturday, Sunday, I really locked into this idea. This is like once in a lifetime experience, seeing these artists today, you know, with myself and with my experience, my current experiences and where I'm at in life. And it was just like, and I just get to dance and like vibe out and have fun. And of course I'm gonna dance. Of course I'm gonna make the most of it. And it was very freeing. It's very freeing to just realize that you can just be right now, and and no one can say anything about it. I saw Catriel and Paco Amoroso. I've been following them since their Tiny Desk concert many months ago, and they were amazing. I love them so much, and they put on a really good show. Saturday, I was literally rushing to go see them. I didn't want to miss them. Yo Gabba Gabba. And I'm like not even joking when I say like they put on a really good show. They genuinely put on a really good show. I had so much fun dancing. Oh, they brought out Flava Flav.
Hey, come on, let's count it down, G. You go 1 for the treble, 2 for the bass. Come on, G, let's rock this place.
It was a beautiful time. I really enjoyed Yo Gabba Gabba. Claro. We go up to Claro and we're like kind of in the crowd, and then as we're walking into it, they're like, "Everyone, welcome to the stage, Senator Bernie Sanders." And I was so confused. I did not think they were being serious at first, and then Senator Bernie Sanders came out, and that was life-changing. If you guys haven't seen what he said, it was very impactful.
Now you can turn away and you can ignore what goes on, but if you do that, you do it at your own peril. We need you to stand up to fight for justice. To fight for economic justice, social justice, and racial justice.
It says a lot that Claro used her time to bring out Bernie Sanders to speak to this crowd of mostly young people. Thank you, Bernie Sanders. And thank you to Claro too for bringing him out. Saturday, Sunday, people started having so much more fun. And you could really tell in the crowd. That's why I was emphasizing how much I could see in people's faces, just, that energy, and how the difference on Saturday and Sunday was, because people were just starting to let loose, have fun. I'm glad to see it. Happy to be there with them. I had a lot of fun on Sunday as well. It was definitely just like that feeling when you're just like on a good one. I know the layout of this place. I know how to get from Yuma to Sahara and to the churro stand. By Sunday I was feeling it. I was confident, and it was a vibe for sure. Right before Still Woozy, I was walking, and Emma Chamberlain walked right in front of me, and Emma Chamberlain, I think she's inspirational. I think she's so cool. So seeing her in the flesh, that was really cool. Biba Booby was beautiful. I had come apart with my friend, we kind of just we'll see each other later. Because I wanted to go see Emil and the Sniffers, and then I walk over to Emil and the Sniffers in I believe it was the Gobi. I'm walking over, and you remember the TikTok guy, Starboy? Well, I was walking, and then I see this crowd, and he's taking a picture, and I was like, oh my god, it's that guy. I have to get a picture with him. I don't think I've ever asked in person of any kind for a picture like that, so it was but in the moment I was feeling really good too. I was really good. I think I told him about my little situation on Friday and how me and my friend both saw him, basically made our night, and he was really sweet about it. He was really cool, and then asked for a picture, and then I got a picture, and I'll insert it. Great, it was amazing, and he was so cool, he was so kind, so beautiful. And yeah, so thank you, Starboy or Zachary. My ending thing, one thing that I did wanted to say, and I don't think I got much footage of it either, but Emma Chamberlain, she talked about this in her Coachella video actually, and she showed it too. The amount of trash and littering that people leave behind is insane. It's actually insane. I think it always amazes me as human beings on this planet that we are not obligated to anything. Like we all have free will, whatever, and it's the way we exercise that is very interesting, because why, and there's trash cans readily available, and you know, why are we leaving our trash on the ground? It's not hard to not litter. And it's just like, I don't understand why people do it. I'm glad Emma talked about it with her platform, because it is absolutely insane, the amount of trash that people leave behind. And it's honestly gross behavior to do so, I believe. Just like basic human decency. That's what I wanted to end it on.
Coachella done.
Yeah? I'm just trying to think. I love how I got increasingly closer to the camera as well. Like, I didn't need to do that. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hearing me out. I'm not trying to be political. What am I saying? I'm not trying to say like, come to Coachella if you're gonna act like this. I'm just sharing my experience, my thoughts, my reflections. Because it is like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm so grateful that I got to go. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. But
This song is for all my assholes out there. If you're an asshole, don't worry, I'm an asshole too.
No,
but
you gotta throw
we
the
all
fuck
come
in there.
together and we can just be assholes all together. Ready? All that you know.